Okay, so I'm going to reuse the digitizing tutorial project that I already started for this example on how to share data. So hopefully you recognize this from the previous tutorial, and I've added one additional shapefile here called Maverick Seating, and it's kind of just a one-off shapefile. If you look in the catalog, it's not part of the GDB. I've pulled it out and put it over here in its own shapefile. Created that by itself, so I can show you how to share both a GDB and also how to share a standalone shapefile. Okay, so here's kind of the three that I've got. I've got the Maverick Seating, I've got parking, and I've got filled plus the base map. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and I'm going to exit it, because if I try to do some of these operations when my arc map is open, it can cause some problems. So what I want to do, though, is navigate to the folder where my files are saved, and here I've got the Maverick GDB plus the standalone shapefile. So let's start with the standalone shapefile. Here you can see that just that one shapefile alone is a combination of 6 different files. So if I open up my email and I just try to send one of these, it will not open correctly within ArcMap. So I need all these pieces, and I think if you've done the downloading data exercise, you will understand that it can be a bit problematic if you don't have all the pieces. So what we want to do here is get all these into one. And I could just as easy open up a new email, and I could drag each of these in individually like this. That's kind of messy, but it does work. I'm going to remove this, cut, and cut, because you're going to have all 6 of those files there. It does work with a one-off, but it's a good way to learn how to put these all together into one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on one, shift and hold down. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to send to a compressed folder, and it automatically names it for me, which is handy. It's going to be a .zip. Okay, so that's all together. Hopefully from the downloading data, you know how zip file works and how that works. Now what I can do is add a new email, and I can drop that singular file in there. It's nice and clean. I can send that to whoever. Piece of cake. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do that. Same thing with the GDB, right? I can right click and just send the entire folder, or I can go into the folder, and you notice there's lots of files that go along with that, and they don't make any sense, right? So I can't just pull out, say, not the seating, but the parking. I can't pull out just the filled because there's no names on here. I don't know what relates to what. So I can grab all these, shift, click on the end, and I can send to a compressed folder and do the same operation, but just as easy. I can go back one level, right click on the Maverick GDB folder itself, and then I can send to a compressed folder, and we'll just call that maverick.gdb.zip. I've got both. Now here's my zip file, and if I go into it, you'll notice that all those files are there. And then I can go ahead and add that to my email as an attachment. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but kind of a vital, fundamental skill that you should know how to do is sharing data.